Welcome aboard me ship. I'm Captain Solomon. Today we are back with another WWE 2K19 video. So this is the third one in the series. We're doing the MyCareer for Captain Mike Solomon. In the first video we kind of stole the thunder of Mr. CQ Colin Quinn and managed to get his kind of WWE tryout match. And that led us to fighting Braun Strowman in a steel cage. I joked about it before the match, but once we got there, it turned out it was one power slam, and that's it. But we didn't try to run from the cage. We tried to take Braun head on. It wasn't a smart idea. It was a great squash. And we got in that NXT contract. But then outside the arena, a random crowd guy was like, hey, are you getting signed? I said, yeah, I actually just got a contract for NXT. And somebody said, you should just go to the main roster. First of all, nobody would have saw me get squashed by Braun Strowman and say that, but that's okay. The game went on with its tirade as I went on to tell them that they're right. I should be skipping NXT. I should go to the main roster, but... And before I could continue, I was attacked from behind by a masked man. This led Triple H to say that I got into a fight with a fan, and that this happened less than 24 hours after me being offered an NXT contract. He asked me to give an explanation. I chose to apologize. Not sure if there was another way out of this no matter what anyway, but trying to apologize was not the right answer, as I was told he was looking for an explanation, not an apology, and he took the contract back. So now, here we are a few days later. I no longer have a shot at going to NXT. I no longer can make it into the WWE. And nobody from BCW, apparently, no one of Baron Blade's wrestling promotion is given an opportunity again. So, with all that being said, let's get back into it. Just a minute.
Wakey, wakey, Jake the Snakey?
That was really lame.
It was too early for that to be funny.
Sorry, I couldn't wait to tell you the good news.
Triple H called and wants to offer me a contract again?
No. Better.
What could be better than that?
Well, after news of your NXT contract being pulled hit the internet, your fan fight video went viral. It's over 2 million views now. Sorry, make that 2.2 million.
So a whole lot of people have watched me throw my career away. Why is that a good thing?
Because controversy creates cash. My phone's been blowing up. Everyone wants to book you now. You're the hottest thing on the indie scene. And based upon the principle of supply, there's only one of you. And demand, like I said, is high. Your rate is skyrocketing.
Solomon to AEW confirmed.
Okay, this could be good.
It could be very good. We could turn chicken crap into chicken salad, if you know what I'm saying.
I don't think I get it.
You're gonna stick it to Triple H and WWE by making your own success in the indies. You'll be way bigger than you ever would have been in NXT or WWE, and we'll do it together. So what do you say? Are you in?
I mean, what other choice do I have? I'm in.
All right! Now, go brush your teeth. Your breath is terrible.
Well, I live in a
It's too early
van.
for this.
Okay? I live in a van, alright? To go brush my teeth, I'm going to go use like a public water fountain in hopes and dreams. And again, I didn't learn my lesson after last time. We finished a chapter here. But that's okay. I really wish you guys could enjoy this soundtrack I get to enjoy right now. That's okay. That's the end of Chapter 2. We're now in Chapter 3. Buzz inherited his van from his dad after he passed away. He supported Buzz's pursuit of his dreams to be a wrestler. Buzz keeps the exterminator van around to remind himself where he came from. Am I Buzz? Was that the idea? I don't know. My dad also wasn't a bug exterminator. He worked at a place called Mara China, which was making plates. Fun Captain Solomon back to the day. Here we are, rolling up in a van.
Somebody want to explain to me what's going on here?
Give me a minute. Welcome to the new reality of BCW. Because of all your online hype, we sold out our usual allotment of tickets a few days ago. But since I'm an entrepreneurial genius, I pulled some strings with the school principal, allowing us to move the show outside. Therefore, doubling our capacity.
All right, good work.
But that's not all. See those fancy video cameras and that nice gentleman I was just speaking with?
Yeah?
For the first time ever, BCW will be live streaming our event around the world on pay-per-view. So anyone who's not lucky enough to see Buzz in person can still watch him do his thing from the comfort of their homes for a small but fair fee. Isn't it great?
Yeah, it's great. Question, who is Buzz?
Oh, that's your new nickname. You know, because of all the social media buzz you're generating. Don't worry, you'll get used to it. Buzz? It's all turning into chicken salad, my friend.
Yeah, speaking of making things not crappy, have you seen Cole? I feel like I should talk to him before our match tonight.
He's around here somewhere. And, oh, by the way, your match with him tonight is now Falls Count Anywhere. Thought you two could have some fun with all the extra space out here.
Fun, yeah. You really have an odd definition of the word fun.
No, I disagree. If I were a wrestler, like, yeah, give me, listen, my favorite wrestler, in case anybody was curious, Mick Foley. Always been my favorite. Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, there's an icon in the top left that you have new podcasts available. I can listen to latest podcasts. Wait a minute. How do I do it? How do I do it though? Guys, somebody, anybody, options. Let's do that. Oh, here we go. I now have a phone I can access here, which gives me all my stuff to access my normal stuff, which is kind of cool. There's a podcast option. There's a messages option. I have a message from my father.
Message from July 12th, 2014.
Hey, it's your dad. Sorry I can't make it to your first match tonight. Work's been crazy lately. The Costellos have a heck of a stink bug problem. You wouldn't believe the smell. But anyway, I wanted to wish you good luck. Don't do anything too crazy and get yourself hurt. But I hope you win. Oh, and we're out of ice cream. So grab some Rocky Road on your way home. By the way, no matter what ends up happening with this whole wrestling thing, I'm proud of you for making it this far. Love you, son. Don't forget the Rocky Road.
What a heartfelt message from Dad. That very much makes me happy. So let's check out the podcast thing. We've got new enticing conversations and new up to no good with no good. I don't know what that's gonna be.
His voice was the soundtrack for the biggest matches in squared circle history, and now he breaks down the latest happenings in the world of pro wrestling. Get ready for enticing conversations with legendary wrestling commentator Jack Tice.
Former wrestler, now indie promoter Baron Blade has been in the news along with his protege from BCW, who reports say had a contract offer on the table from WWE until he got into a fight with a masked fan outside the arena after his tryout match. Now, word is Triple H was furious and pulled the contract offer the next day. We tracked down the person who recorded the video of the altercation that went viral, and he had this to say.
I was recording the video on my phone when the guy in the mask came out of nowhere and attacked him. I didn't get a real good look at the masked guy because it happened so fast, but from the way he was fighting, it seemed like he knew what he was doing. Like he wasn't just some regular fan.
Interesting first-hand account on what went down, but I wanted to hear from the man who's now capitalizing on this controversy. So I reached out to BCW owner Baron Blade. Here's a preview of what he had to say.
Jack, you've been in this business for a long time, so you know it was once possible for a wrestler to be successful outside the WWE umbrella. And that's what I'm trying to do with BCW and Buzz. That's what we're calling him now, by the way, on account of all the buzz he's generating. But back to my point, which is, who knows what would have happened if Buzz signed with NXT? It might have been 2 or 3 years before he was called up to Raw or SmackDown, and there's no guaranteeing that would have even happened at all. But I'm helping him make his own success right now. BCW is small, and we can move fast to capitalize on all the attention. WWE is this huge behemoth of a company where you need to hold 25 meetings to make a decision that we can make in 2 minutes.
Oh, I know all about that, believe me.
And I'm not saying that BCW is going to take down WWE. I mean, I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy. All I'm saying is that guys like Buzz and Cole Quinn have a lot more opportunities right now with me than they might ever have with WWE.
Very interesting comments from Baron Blade, who is about to hold BCW's very first internet-only pay-per-view. Buzz, as Baron's calling him, has made his name online, and they're sticking with that platform for their show. That's a smart move, in my opinion. Coming up, you'll hear much more from my conversation with Baron Blade, including who he thinks might have attacked his protege, Buzz. You don't want to miss out on that. But first, a word from our sponsors.
Oh, and that's where that one's going to cut off, of course, because why wouldn't it? You know, it's a little disappointing, because clearly, I feel like we have an idea of who it could be. It's probably a red herring. I hope it's a red herring. That'll be more interesting. I think it's Mr. CU out of jealousy, but who knows. But yeah, that enticing conversations was clearly meant to be Jim Ross, right? Based on the accent. It's got to be good old JR. You know what? This is going to be a pretty short video. We're going to check out this other podcast, and I think we're going to wrap this one up. I know I didn't have any matches, and I apologize. I will make sure in the description and even in the title I mentioned that there's no matches in this one, but I just don't want to drag this one out too long. So let's go to that.
From inside the ring to behind the scenes, you're about to be up to no good with former WWE superstar Hood Benson and his co-host Pete Clark.
All right. Yeah, Pete, I'm just saying, Pete, you can't get into a fight with a fan, no matter what the circumstances are.
Oh, but Hood, the fan attacked him first. What was he supposed to do?
Hey, look. I get it. You know, it's a tough situation to be in. You know, fans are crazy. You know, and
yeah.
30 years ago, I probably would have done much worse than this
Yes,
guy
you would.
did. You know, I ended up in jail.
Yeah.
You know? But he has to realize that WWE is the big leagues.
Yeah,
You know, this is not in the garage. You know, there's zero tolerance for that sort of thing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. And that's why Triple H had no chance to pull his contract.
No choice. Well, I would have liked to see him get a second chance.
A second chance.
Yeah.
You know, he ain't even signed the contract yet for his first chance.
All right.
You know, he didn't even earn the right for a second chance.
Okay, fine, but let's talk about what's happened since then. The videos of the fight have gone viral, and BCW is capitalizing on the notoriety by having their very first online pay-per-view. So it seems as if Baron Blade and his protege are making a positive out of this, no?
I will give him credit for that.
All right.
You know, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah.
Right now, this guy's lava hot.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, we wouldn't be talking about him otherwise.
Mm-hmm. So, are you going to order the pay-per-view?
I do want to see what this guy's all about in the ring, you know. So I was thinking maybe you could order it at your house, and I'll come over to watch.
I knew that was
bring
coming.
some chips and everything. Hey,
Yeah,
what do I always say? It's not how much you make, it's how much you save.
Yeah, by mooching off your friends.
Exactly. Well, you know. Hey, look, I'll get the next one.
Famous last words. Sure you will. Let's take a minute to hear from our advertisers who pay for the show and also allow me to afford to having you as my friend.
I enjoyed that podcast a little better. I like how natural that felt. That felt like something I would do. You know, get me and some buddies talking about wrestling, but that probably will never happen. I don't have enough good wrestling friends to talk about wrestling with me. So yeah, okay, so apparently we're all the talk of the indie scene. We've got podcasts being talked, you know, about us. We are hip and happening, even though, again, I would like you guys to check the footage. We kind of didn't fight back, and exclusively got our ass kicked, but somehow we are getting big. You know what? More questions than answers, absolutely, but I'm sure we'll get all the answers soon. Here's hoping. So, alright, guys, we're gonna talk to, you know what? Let's pad this out a little longer. We'll talk to Baron Blade. Are you sure Cole and I should wrestle tonight? We kind of have a lot of baggage with everything that happened after our last match.
That's exactly why you two should face each other. The fans are dying to see what happens next. In fact, I just heard so many people were trying to buy the pay-per-view that the website crashed.
I'm glad we crashed the site, man. I guess they really do want to see us face off. Is the site back online?
Yeah, it was only temporary. And remember, it's Falls Count Anywhere tonight. So feel free to take the fight wherever you need to. Just as long as you don't damage the principal's car. She'll never let me do this out here again. Deal?
Deal. No promises, actually. I might aim for that car. Alright, we're going to talk to Cole Quinn, Mr. CQ. And if you see his little bodysuit there, I think it's different than the one the Masked Man was wearing.
There he is. The man who drowned in his own rising tide. Come back to apologize to me for stealing my shot at WWE and immediately throwing it away?
Look, I am not apologizing for anything, okay? All I want to say is that we don't need to have each other's backs, but with what Baron is planning to do, the least we could do is have each other's respect, all right? So, are we good?
Oh, yeah. We're so good. I thought I'd introduce you to my new character I'm trying out tonight. You remember how Matt Bloom didn't like Mr. CQ and decided to give you a tryout instead of me?
Sure.
Smart decision. I'm calling myself Black Hole Cole because I have an energy so intense, nothing can escape it. What? Oh, you don't like it? Why? Not a fan of masks these days?
You know, I find it really interesting that I was attacked by somebody wearing a mask, and next time I see you, you have a mask. Not to mention, you also had all the motivation in the world to do it.
You're right. It was me. So what are you gonna do about it?
You better tell me the truth right now.
It wasn't me! I had a match that night 300 miles away. I got the gas receipts to prove it. But I could have hired somebody to do it.
What?
There was a joke! Man, relax.
You're real funny. Real funny. We'll see who's laughing after our match tonight.
All right, so like I said, it seems to be a red hair. Wait, but the Cole talk is gone. Is this gonna be different now?
The audience will be showing up soon. Get back to the cafeteria kitchen. I mean, locker room.
Okay, well, I don't know why it takes away... Oh, because it was a cutscene, maybe. Okay, so, apparently, it was not Cole Quinn. But I would like to state, as somebody that digs lame gimmicks, Black Hole Cole, kind of dig the idea. I mean, maybe too far in he dove way too committed with the whole black jumpsuit thing. So apparently it wasn't Black Hole Cole. So who could it be? Who could it be? I don't know. We'll probably find out very soon. But I'm going to stop this video here. And again, I'm sorry I'll make a comment that we didn't have a match. But I don't want to drag this out any further. So, with all that being said, I've been Captain Solomon. Y'all have been aboard me ship. Now, walk the plank. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Take it easy.